Hi everyone, welcome to the CodeQueryHub. So in the previous videos, we have learned about aggregate window functions and ranking functions. Now in this video, let's understand lead and lag window functions. So first of all, what is lead and lag? So these are the functions which are used to compare with one row with another row. So lag is used to look at the previous rows and lead is used to look at the next rows. And these are very useful for trend analysis like growth, change, etc. So now let's get started with lag function. Let's take a database first. Let's work on orders DB. Let's make it active. Now, let's see our data set. So select all from table name, that is TBL order. Just select it and execute it. So yes. So lag will help us. Suppose we want to see the sales of the previous value. So for the second value, it will give you the previous value. And for the first value, you don't have any value, so it must return null. So let's see how to apply it. One more thing. You must use the over clause. We have learned it in the first video. Also, order by is also compulsory. Compulsory while using the lag function. So let me write it as, just select it. We need all the columns and lag of sales, A dot sales, and we want to look at one row above. So that one. And over, we have to use the order by clause. Order by which column? Sales column, A dot sales. Let's sort in ascending order and give the column name as lag of sales. Just select it and execute it. So yes, you can see that for the first row, you are getting the value as null because there is no value to look at the previous row. And for the second row, it is returning you the value of first row and similarly for other rows. So this is the use case of lag. Now, let's try to see the lead function. Just select it. And instead of lag, use lead. And let me write it as lead sales. Just select it and execute it. So yes, now you can see for the first row, you are getting the value of second row. For the second row, you are getting the value of third row. So lead will look at the next row while lag will look at the previous row. Now let's understand this with the real use case. So suppose we want to calculate the percentage change in sales year by year. So let me write it as calculate percentage change in sales year by year. So how to do it? First, we need a year column and year wise sales. Then only we can compare it. So let's start. So if you remember in Excel, what we do? We have to create one column year and then year wise total sales. And then we have option show the value as previous years. So let me do it in SQL. So let's create a column. We don't have the year column directly. So we can find out with the help of order date. We are having year function for that. Order date as year. Let's write it as E dot order date and sum of sales as total sales. Now, this is non-aggregated function. This is aggregated function. So we must use group by clause, group by year. Wait, just select it and execute it. So yes. So we have aggregated the value on the basis of year. So let's use this output to find the percentage sales. So first of all, we need the sales to compare, like previous year sales for each year. So for that, we can use the lag function. So let me write it in subquery. Select all from this table. And let me give the name as T maybe. Just select it and execute. So yes, same value. Now what we need all these columns, comma, leg of sales. So leg of what? We need total sales. And now this is the column present in the table T. So we have to use T dot total sales. And look at the one row over order by. Now we want the year in the ascending order because we have to compare yearly sales. So here we can write it as T dot year. And let's write it as leg of sales. Let me write it as just selected and executed. Okay. So the column name is year. Just selected and executed. So yes, we can see that we don't have the total sales for year 2010. So we are getting it null and we are getting the value of 2011 for year 2012. So this is what we want. Now, finally, what we want? We want to calculate the percentage sales change in the year. So for that, how to calculate it? What's the formula for that? Final value minus initial value. Or we can say current value minus old value divided by old value. Into 100. So this is how we can calculate the percentage change. So this is the table we need. So let's write this table in subquery. Select all from this table. As T1. Now just select it. So yes, this is your table T1. Now what we need to calculate the percentage change. So we want all from this table T1, comma. So how to calculate the percentage change? So this one, T1 dot this value minus this value divided by lag of sales minus into 100, sorry. So T dot total sales, as this is the column name, minus T1 dot lag of sales divided by T1 dot leg of sales into 100 as percentage change in sales. Now let's see if it works. Just select it and execute it. So yes, we can see that. So we don't have the value for 2010, so it is null, and see the percentage change in that. So we can see that in 2012, we are having more sales, and in 2013, we are having less sales. So this will give you the negative value. So in this way, it is very helpful for analyzing the trends and like what is the past trend, what is the future trends. And similarly, you can use the lead function to have the future trends. So this is the past trend. And if you apply lead here, then you will get the possible value for the future year. Okay. In this way, you can do it. So let's quickly revise. So lag will give us the previous row value while lead will give us the next row value. And these functions are very useful for trend analysis. So I hope it is clear to you. Please practice it so that you can get it more. So that's it for this video. If you found this video helpful, please do like and subscribe to Code Query Hub. Thanks for watching.